guys come in on visits, like what do you see your role being with those guys when you're on visits?
I think it's the same that it's always been. Honestly, just trying to give them the whole spill of what Tennessee's about, and not sugarcoating anything that is going to be hard, but it's going to be worth it at the end of the day. And I think that's important when you talk to guys and when you try to pitch guys on why you want to be here. You want to make sure that it's mutual, that they want to be here for the right reasons, and they want to be here because they want to win. And so if we talk to them about that and we ask them about that, and they are aligned with what we want to do, it makes the job so much easier when they come here. And that's why I think a lot of guys who transfer fit pretty nicely, just like you saw with Dalton.
Jahmai, when guys do it, is it hard not to take it personal? How do y'all react when guys decide they want to leave the program?
Obviously, as a teammate, it's hard because you want to win and you feel like some of those pieces you can win with. And you feel like those guys play well. You feel like that you had a good year with those guys, but at the end of the day, they're doing whatever they feel is best. Obviously they care about me as a person more than a teammate. So that's all that matters at the end of the day. So knowing that I can keep that relationship with them no matter what, it is big for me. But on the court, obviously I'm competitive. I wanted those guys back, but if the feeling's not mutual, we are going to continue to keep going and moving forward. And we don't want to bring anybody along that doesn't want to be a part of Tennessee basketball and doesn't want to go through those ups and downs. And we really put a lot into these fans and a lot into these guys and the people who support Tennessee. So if you're not going to give your full heart and your full effort into it, then I think it is best that you go your separate ways and you go where you want to be, where you feel is best for you.
How crazy is it being a player in this era in terms of what you're hearing from people? Should do this, should do that, and all those types of things.
I think it's honestly it's kind of crazy. It's a new world we live in college basketball, and it's something that everybody has to get used to. It kind of feels like the free agency with the NBA, just how many people are getting tugged certain ways, getting influenced certain ways, being promised certain things, being fed dreams that they have towards other teams. And it's really it's unique, but I feel like it's hard for a lot of players, especially players that are younger and that are influenced by a lot of different things. So that's why I can't blame how many people are going in the transfer portal, just because they want to seek new options. But for me personally, I really feel like the best things in life, that you have to earn, and it's not going to be easy. So if something is hard and something is blocking your way, you got to find another way around it, not just trying to go to a different avenue. Like I said, I've been here to support Tennessee, and they've supported me, and I want to do whatever I can to bring more and more wins, because I feel like the fans deserve it most of all. I feel like the coaches have worked extremely hard, and obviously the team that has been here has worked even harder. So my whole goal is to, I came here to do something. I came here to accomplish a task, and that's to be, a great Tennessee basketball player and to be a winner. And I'm gonna continue that path. And you just gotta get used to everybody else moving around. And it's just college basketball now.
Once the season ends, you guys have one-on-one meetings with the coaching staff. What are those meetings like, and what was discussed with you?
It was really good. It was really positive. We just had, pretty much one of the best seasons of Tennessee history, and it's kind of surreal to say that because, in the moment you're just thinking about the next game. But once it all settles down and it's all said and done, like, you really have to think about what you've accomplished, and I think that's what we did in the meeting. Obviously, it was some things that they've asked of me moving forward and stepping into even bigger roles, and want to be able to fulfill that role and want to be able to do whatever I can to maximize my potential in that role. But I think everything that we discussed was positive, just trying to keep moving forward and trying to find that next step in this new chapter in Tennessee basketball.
Jahmai, I'm sure you've benefited in the past with having, parents who've dealt with, an older brother who's been through this process, college athletics before. How much of an asset do you think they were in this current climate with everything you got coming at you?
Man, they were huge for me. They were huge. They provided me with so much advice and certain gems that I couldn't get from anybody else because they're not in my inner circle. They know how much I've been going through. They know the different struggles I have. They know how I'm adjusting to all this move and all this change. But the information that they provided me with, not just this year while it's happening, but when I was a child and growing up, it's, you know, it's really paid dividends to me right now, because I'm using a lot of what they say to keep moving forward and keep, you know, trying to improve myself. And like I said, they're just as new to this whole new college basketball thing as everybody else is. So they're, you know, reacting just as me, you know, just like I am. And I think it's, you know, it comes as a surprise to everybody when people leave and people move and things change, but you got to roll with the punches, man. You can't do anything else. It's just life, and it's just how stuff is going to be moving forward. So you can either sit there and sulk about it, or you can move on and move forward and, you know, become a better player. And I think that's what my parents have done a good job of providing me with that information.
What do you really want to work on this offseason? What have you already started to work on as you get into workouts?
I think obviously shooting. I think shooting is a separator for everybody. You can never be too good of a shooter. So always working on shooting. Always. I feel like that's just it provides so much to the game, and it really puts a lot of detail into what different options and different lineups you can use. And I think also ball handling and finishing is going to be a big key for me too. You know, being able to score the ball at a consistent basis, being able to score more, with being able to guard at the level that I'm guarding, which is, I feel like, is going to be the biggest thing for me. Obviously, I know that I'm a good defender, and I want to become an even better defender. But if I can match my defending with my offensive ability, you know, it's no telling how far I can go and how much I can bring this team. So, like I said, shooting is going to be the big one, but, you know, playing with pace, ball handling and finishing, and really just upping my points per game, upping my scoring attempts, and staying confident with my offensive game, man, it's going to go a long way with this team, trust me.
What did you learn maybe from Dalton about being a good shooter?
No, I think he doesn't waver whether he misses or makes shots, and I think that's the biggest thing with DK. He works on his game just like everybody else does, and but, you know, you got to have that confidence. You got to know that the next shot you shoot is going in. I think that's the biggest thing that I saw from DK, that he was really, he didn't waver whether he was missing or making shots. So I think that's something that I can add, and something that I'm going to continue to help grow my offensive game.
Now that he's signed, what are your early impressions of Darwin Stone?
He's a great guy, man. He's a great guy. From talking to him, he really does care about winning. Truly, he cares about winning, and he wants to come here to do that exact thing. Obviously, it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. It's a new, you know, he's in a new program, new system, new coaching, new teammates. But we're going to support him as much as we can, and try to make it as easy of a fit as we can for him. You know, we care about anybody that wants to give their all to Tennessee, and from talking to him, that's exactly what he wants to do. He's excited to come here and get better. He's excited to come here and start this new chapter, and hopefully we can get even better than we did last year. But he wants to win. He's make that known to me and the team.
Jahmai, culture has always been a big deal here. As one of the seniors, you know, at this time of year, how seriously do you take your role as kind of a gatekeeper when you guys are bringing in these visitors or potential, you know, teammates to, you know, look at them, you know, would they be a fit, you know, and communicate that to the coaches? I
mean, it's huge. It's huge. I think that's probably one of the most underrated things as part of recruiting. It's not just about getting whoever had the most points per game or getting whoever had the most rebounds. That in this day and age, when you see the teams that are winning, it's about character, one, it's about how they fit with the team, and it's about, you know, what they want to do when they're on the floor, how unselfish they are, how much they play for other players. You can get the best players in the country and put them on one team and it wouldn't work, just because, one, there's only one ball, and two, everybody has their own egos, everybody wants to have their own success, and not everybody's thinking about the team. But if we bring in players that have character, guys that want to win, guys that care about this program and this fan base truly, it's always gonna work out, and it's always gonna fit. So that's the main thing that I look at when I'm looking at players and I'm talking to players and recruiting players, and coaches ask me what do I think about them. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be straight up, just so they know my opinion on it and how I feel like they would fit, not only on the court but off the court, because that's just as important. I think that's why last year our team was so good, because we clicked off the court really well. So on the court it was very easy. So I think when it comes to recruiting, that's one of the main things that I look at is character and just how much they care about winning and this program.
Anything else for Shaq? All right, thank you.